Remember the wise parable when a man comes to a wise man and asks him a question how he can find a suitable woman, because all the previous ones were a complete failure. One always had an empty refrigerator, the other was a complete chaos and disorder, and with the third one they could not live a day in peace, they fought on every occasion. And then the wise man said that the matter was not in women, but in himself, because he could not earn money to fill the refrigerator, never clean things and could not keep his emotions under control, starting a quarrel on every occasion. So he doesn't need to change his wives, he needs to start with himself. Some will agree with this, and some will object. And sometimes neither 3 nor 5 failed marriages will not help a man to draw conclusions. Of course, it happens that and with good people do not get along. Most often the case here is that they cannot match them, their qualities, thinking, way of life. It happens that strong people scare others away, because they are not afraid to speak the truth, to show courage, to be themselves and move towards their goals and dreams. So here are 7 qualities of a strong person that can make you feared, avoided and disliked. 1. You don't respond to criticism. You don't need the approval of others. When I am criticized, I can defend myself, but against praise I am powerless. Sigmund Freud. Having a strong personality means that you rarely, if ever, need any acceptance or approval from anyone but yourself. Strong personalities are immune to unwarranted criticism. They recognize constructive feedback but remain indifferent to unwarranted criticism or personal attacks. Their ability to remain steadfast in their beliefs and faith in themselves can be intimidating to people who rely on criticism as a means of control or manipulation. Second, you can't stand ignorance, insensitivity, idiocy, and carelessness. Before you diagnose yourself with depression and low self-esteem, make sure you are not surrounded by idiots. Sigmund Freud. A person with a strong character values the important things, the things that don't waste his time and that bring him well-being, good friendships, people who are easy to talk to, emotional partners with whom you can laugh, having enriching commitments. All this means that you have little tolerance for those who act selfishly, those who don't know how to appreciate the simplest things, those who are careless about their responsibilities and display ignorance, insensitivity, idiocy. Strong personalities harbor an innate contempt for mediocrity and incompetence. They refuse to tolerate ignorance, sloppiness, or neglect of duties. Whether in the workplace or in personal endeavors, they demand excellence and hold themselves and others to high standards. Third, you are careful with your time and dislike small talk. Sigmund Freud said in this regard, "The masses have never known a thirst for truth. They demand illusions without which they cannot live. Nothing annoys and upsets you more than small talk. The reason is that idle chatter is a waste of your time, you want to have an interesting conversation." Strong personalities are known for their unwavering commitment to productivity. They understand the value of time and prefer meaningful conversations that promote personal or professional growth. While their efficiency is admirable, their reluctance to engage in idle chatter can be discouraging to those who are accustomed to talking out of their ass, discussing who went where, who wore what, and who ate what. Fourth, you don't waste time with negativity and toxicity. The task of making man happy was not part of the plan to create the world. Man has to do it himself. Sigmund Freud. You are too happy to be alive and grateful for everything you have. Most people want to sit back and make scandals about random stupid things. You don't have time for that and you're not interested. Why on earth would you want to sit around and complain about the little things when there are so many opportunities around? It's hard for people to be around you because you often stop them from complaining and whining. Fifth, you achieve your goals at all costs. The scale of personality is determined by the magnitude of the problem that can make a person mad, said Sigmund Freud. You have an uncanny ability to find opportunities in the most unexpected places. You overcome challenges with tenacity and resourcefulness, often achieving your goals against all odds. Your ability to find opportunities where others see obstacles can create envy and insecurity in those who are more acutely aware of their own limitations than you are. Sixth, you are fearless. You don't look for strength and confidence outside, you look for it within yourself. They have always been there. Sigmund Freud. Things that might hold back and scare your friends and peers are a walk in the park for you. It freaks people out. The funny thing is that you are afraid of these things too. You are just like your friend or peer, but you refuse to let these things dictate how you live your life. So often you go where you are afraid. Many people will mistake your fearlessness for arrogance and dislike you because of it. Seventh, you can't stand excuses. Most people don't really want freedom because it implies responsibility, and responsibility scares most people. Sigmund Freud. Excuses have no value in the world of strong personalities. They take full responsibility for their actions and decisions, refusing to hide behind excuses or shift blame to external factors. If you have a strong personality, you don't have time to listen to people explain why they can't do something because the only thing you can focus on is how to make something happen. This can make others think that you are insensitive, when in fact you just don't let obstacles get in your way.